Hello animations. Let's create rain in Blender in few minutes. Press Shift A to add in a plane. Then go to Edit Mode to resize this to your desired size. With the plane still selected, press Shift D to duplicate using the move to move this in the Z-axis. This is going to serve as our rain emitter. Go to Outliner and name this emitter. Select the ground plane and let's go to our outliner and name this as well. Now let's press Shift A and add in an icosphere. Scale by 0.2 and move in the X and Z axis. Press the period key to zoom in. Now tab into Edit Mode. Now to scale this in the X and Y axis, press X and Shift Z to scale. Then let's scale this in the Z axis as well. Press X and Z to scale in the Z axis. So this is going to be the shape of the rain. Then let's shade smooth. Select the emitter and go to our particle system. Give it a new particles. Adjust the lifetime to 200 and also the end frame to 250. Then let's adjust the number as well. In the render setting, change emit from to objects. Then change the instance object to icosphere. Let's name this in the outliner as raindrop to be able to identify this. Let's press the play button to view this. Now go to the render setting and increase the scale and also the scale randomness to make it have different sizes. So this is going to make it look more natural during the animation. So now when you press the play button, you notice that the rain is not interacting with the ground plane. So we're going to select it and go into edit mode. Let's subdivide this by 25, or let's give it a value of 40. Let's subdivide this by 40. And let's tab out of edit mode and let's shade smooth. Select the ground plane, go to Phases tab and let's give it a dynamic paint. Click on Add Canvas. On the surface tab, let's change it to waves. Select the top, the emitter, and give it a dynamic paint as well. Change canvas to brush. Click on Add Canvas, then scroll down on the paint source. Let's change this to the particle system that we just created. Then let's select the particle system. Let's press the play button to view. So now you notice that the wave strength is too much. So let's select the ground plane and let's reduce the scale influence and also the radius. So now it looks much better. Let's select the ground plane and let's go to our Phases tab and let's give this a collision. Scroll down on the collision setting and enable Kill Particles. So this ensures that the particles disappear after they interact with the canvas. You can also increase the numbers to make it look more natural. Then press Z to switch to Material Preview. Select the icosphere and let's give it a water material. Reduce roughness to 0.02, reduce the IOR value to 1.33 and transmission to 1. And let's name it. Let's select the ground plane and let's give it the same rain material. Next, press Z to switch to the rendered view and let's add in a HDRI. Then switch to Cycles, change the CPU to GPU. Then let's scroll down on the film setting and let's enable this transparent right here. Then let's scroll up and let's disable this. Let's change the samples to 512. Also, don't forget to enable this simplify and motion blur, as this will make it look more natural during the animation. Alright guys, this is the end of this tutorial. If this video was helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel. Hope to see you in the next video.